Hi, everyone. Welcome to Daytime, presented by California Closets.
Thanks so much for joining us today. You know, fall has so many fun names for whatever it is that interests you. Spooky season, pumpkin spice season, that's one of my faves. Today we're kicking off with the season of the witch.
There have been so many witches in pop culture over the decades. What are some that are your favorite witches?
Well, you know, I think of the Harry Potter series, so I was obsessed with, you know, wizards and witches for a time there, and I love Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah. I grew up with Bewitched, watching reruns of Bewitched. Did you ever watch Bewitched?
My mom watched Bewitched.
So there
she
was
told me something about
Samantha was the main character, and she
twitched her nose, right?
Yeah. Anyway, I could never do it. I always wanted to. Her mom and Dora, then of course Wicked.
Yes.
Glinda, Elphaba. All of those. But it is Sabrina the Teenage Witch, sort of in a meets Gilmore Girls tale about magic and adventure set in the 90s that we're starting with today.
It has everything, family, mystery, and forbidden love combined to make the Cider Mill Coven the perfect book for spooky season. And author Vanessa Abigail Lambert joins us now to discuss her novel. Hi, how are you? I love the whole scenery you have going right now.
Hi, friends. Yes, thank you. I keep it witchy year round, so I'm excited to embrace the season of October, but this is really something that I embody year round. So it's nice to be surrounded in orange.
So your book there's so many ways to describe it. It's got 90s nostalgia. It's a love story. It's an ode to New England. How would you describe the book?
I describe the book as my love letter to New England in a lot of ways. It has a bit of found family elements. There's something for all age generations because our two main characters, one is going on to be in college shortly. The other one is a 600-year-old witch, Grandma Lydia, who I feature here right on the cover. There's a lot of story of spell making, mystery, like you said, forbidden love. Sabrina the Teenage Witch meets Gilmore Girls, I think hits the nail right on the head. But I'd even throw a little bit of practical magic in there as well, because they are green witches. So there's a lot of nature infused magic. It spans all of the Burr months. So while you get that fix of autumn cozy vibes, it actually goes well into the winter season. So it's really something that I say is perfect for all of the Burr months.
Nice. Okay, and why did you want to make sure that this was set in the 90s? I know you're a 90s fan.
I'm a big time 90s fan. I wrote this story as the book I always wanted to read. And I was a 90s kid growing up, but I always felt like my heart belonged a little older. So like, let's say college age, more in tune with the whole grunge element of the 90s. So now I get to live vicariously through my characters, being that they are rocking the choker necklaces, the Doc Martens. So it's really cool that I almost get to relive that history just through my characters. And especially now that they've been hosting some really cool conventions called 90s Con. So I'm sure we'll get to chat a bit about that.
Yes, we're showing a photo actually of you with Melissa Joan Hart. What was it like to meet Sabrina the Teenage Witch in person?
She is an absolute sweetheart. You know how they say to never meet your childhood heroes, but I could not disagree more with that statement because Melissa Joan Hart was just lovely. I got to see the entire cast of Sabrina. 90s Con they've hosted quite a few different events now. I'll actually be attending the upcoming one in Hartford, Connecticut next March. But they have done in the past Hocus Pocus for the full cast or most of the cast. They've done Charmed as well, of course, Sabrina. So there's so many witchy people that come out to enjoy these events. And then the fact that it's all set in the 90s, I mean, if that's not my target audience, then I don't know who is.
I feel like you had to have been just right there in your Mecca. But since we are approaching Halloween, what are you doing to celebrate it this year?
What am I not doing to celebrate? I mean, on my quiet times when I'm not working on marketing my novel and doing my awesome witchy pop-up events, you can find me at a local cidery sipping some wine slushies or pumpkin picking. I have an affinity for Halloween decor as well. And I love hosting my annual witchy Halloween party. So I gather my coven, we all dress up in costume. There's playlists with all spooky tunes. I love a good spooky trail, a haunted attraction. And being that I happen to be in New England, there's a lot of places that just naturally have haunted history because some of these properties are hundreds of years old. So that's something I enjoy too, going on an actual ghost tour or, like a spooky kind of seance night at some of these cool local spots. Yeah, like Salem, for example. I'm only a couple hours from there. So I've done a couple really cool pop-up events downtown Salem where some of the Hocus Pocus scenes were filmed. So it's been such a whirlwind adventure where my book has taken me, and I'm just so grateful.
Well, congratulations, Vanessa Abigail Lambert. Thank you so much. Her book is Cider Mill Coven, and it is out now.